Now, there's another story that I want us to look at. Adu-Boahen, you see, Adu-Boahen, former NSB, National Signal Bureau for Boss, and the Attorney General, Amayachana, Nwake Game. He is trying to distract the system. There's one thing I want to tell Ghanaians. Adu-Boahen somehow said 960,000 of the funds I am accused of stealing were used to pay allowances of MPs on Defense and Interior Committee to facilitate passage of National Signal Bureau, in whose interests? Or say, accusation accusation Attorney General, any allegations are and yet the Kwako court no or Beso Kacha Ghana for say. Thank you very much, say. So Adu-Boahen say this is nonsense. This is all the pictures I'm looking if you people don't sack Saratu, you people no good like me. And this goes to the people I've mentioned your names. They say if you people don't sack that Saratu girl, that Mimi girl, that airport, you people don't go like her. You people, you see. Now let's come back to this criminal Adu-Boahen. And there's something some people don't want us to discuss, but we will discuss. Adu-Boahen have released memo every year prison and prison custody and holding cell and whatever you want to call it. Or say what the memo about Bontene. Now or the document to be can or say accusation accusing no. Sa accusation accusing na sikana yesu wiano or the emu bi etua nipa bi sika emomo passe bibi or parliament edema the NSB no heady. Now what I want to tell the Attorney General is simple. The Attorney General should just shoot. The Attorney General has made his case. The Attorney General needs to stick to his case. Whatever Adu-Boahen when it's and evidence or so he should give it to his lawyer. At this point, Adu-Boahen knows he's going to jail. His lawyer, who is Atachia, who is a former criminal, because Atachia sat at the housing department ministry. He did a lot of deals. I exposed him with facts. Atachia to date, he could not answer those deals he was signing for NPP members. Atachia Segleme Housing told us that some monies were missing and that he did not take the money and that it was his chief director at his ministry. To date, this Atachia, this criminal, this dark, black, devilish, arching police criminal is this guy's lawyer. So you should know where he's coming from. Now they want to play mind games. And the mind games they want to play and say, they want to take people's mind from the main issue. They want to throw out a couple of unnecessary, baseless memo. Let me tell you, a memo cannot defend you in court. What the Attorney General is holding, the Ekuta Attorney General, the allegation the Attorney General has made, that is what you need to do, respond to. Now, I've seen the MPP people trying to make this conversation about some stupid memo this guy has released. The question here is, the memo the guy has released, does it answer the questions the Attorney General is posing to this guy? And the question I want to ask this guy, Adu-Boahen, is simple. All the monies that you paid to the so-called people you said you paid when you were the head of NSB, who gave you the authorization to pay? Because that money is government money. Unless you want to tell me Kandapar signed it off for you to pay. Because if even the national security budget is not published, nobody can just go into the national security monies and just pick and start paying. So I want to ask Adu-Boahen, we have heard you. You have a memo. You have paid some monies. Who gave you the authorization to pay those monies? Because if you had not paid those monies, those people wouldn't have gotten the money. Those people on the committee, I don't care about them. Because if the money wasn't available, they wouldn't get access to the money. So the question here is, did the people on the committee, did they pull a gun at you for you to go into government money, to go pick government money to pay them? Because the fact of the case is, all the allegations the Attorney General, Editor Wosono, you have deviated or moved away from the allegations. Now you are telling us your story. If you think you have a story, if you think you have defense, if you think you have facts to prove your case, we are not the ones you are supposed to show memo to. These are things that are supposed to be weapons that your lawyer will use in court. This should be a surprise to the Attorney General. But you know the reason why they are doing this? It is psychological. It is to divert the conversation. It is to cause for public sympathy. That is what they are doing. Now, so we say MPP for argument, as usual, they are criminals. So we say argument, almost say, Adu-Boahen position na occupy a very sensitive position, a national security position. And he is not supposed to be going through this. That is the argument from the people who are on the sidelines telling us that they have integrity and credibility and that we should give them another nod to come to power. Abaina ba me achi Adu-Boahen. Emma abaina koye hwehwemu at the end of the day Attorney General file case at the court. The NPP now omudi akwa we betena office now owie sika no. Omu ka kire say we should not follow the money. We should not try and prosecute this guy because a Jumana guy we ye no na a national security job, a very sensitive, and that he handles sensitive information. Oh, really? Sa kwa we case ya can wasemi. And debi I keep telling Ghana for. Sa asemu ya enkofo we kan eye Adu-Boahen asemu no. Debi am ka che Ghana for. MPP Baba Power be made 42 years and over. You know why? Because MPP for doing say ye Jimmy. We have short memories. And John Mahama Kachere, Ghana for, I was seeing making sure say ye kai nyoma. Now, this story we are talking about, NSB, the same as NCA. They all are under a national security. Now, the same MPP in 2017, 18, 19, who were calling Judge Cheba to jail the appointees and NCA, then under NDC, you know. Today, these people are telling us, oh, Adu-Boahen, or NSB, he falls under national security or was sensitive position. Now, the allegations and our case that the Attorney General has made against this criminal, are they similar to the NCA case? Yes. Judge Cheba jailed those people because Ophili said, case na done in there were a lot of things now, this guy technically is working in the same agency na omomo NCA no eye. So why is it today that this guy has been caught? The Attorney General has conducted serious, thorough investigations. Why would the NPP make an argument to say, why is the Attorney General going after Adu-Boahen, who used to be the head of NSB? Because he handles sensitive position. Now look at this. Sensitive document. Now, these are the similarities between Adu-Boahen case way and NCA for now. Judge Cheba for AJ. What is the difference between that case and this case? Yakacha say NCA for more under NDC. No, they did what? They did a lot of misappropriation of funds. They actually did some purchase and asset procurement, which was against the law, procurement breaches. They said a lot of things. Now, NCA for now MPP through Judge Cheba for Mujeli. What is the difference between a Juma normal year and a Juma na Adu-Boahen and the Olusujina court? But their argument is that we should not touch Adu-Boahen. Adu-Boahen could have sensitive information. Now, one of my NCA no, and I check Jacheba for Tina Kunyum, Ejeli Omo, and they could follow instructions. No, not Sanko for no, were they not also in charge of sensitive documents? Kotodi and the budget. Look at the similarities in the two cases. Now, both NCA case, which that case you know about, Adu-Boahen, Jacheba for Ejeli, NCA for now, Moshe Edian, or Moshe Mahama appointee. These are the similarities in the two cases. And remember, the NCA and the NSB, they all work under their national security. So who is making an argument to say, Adu-Boahen handles sensitive information, so we cannot prosecute Adu-Boahen because he has put out some stupid memo. Now, both the NCA case and the Kobina Adu-Boahen's case involves allegation of financial misconduct within Ghana's security and regulatory institutions. So the two cases are similar. the charges na yɛde abɔ Adu-Boahen no, it is not too different from the charges yɛde bɔ NCA for na under Mahama ya appoint o mana Ekufuado oba ya through Jacheba for no omujeli omono. Now, one, what were the charges and what are the similarities? Misappropriation of funds. Now, in both cases, officials were accused of diverting large sums of money for unauthorized purposes. In today's case, it's the same thing. Adu-Boahen has diverted their funds through unauthorized for unauthorized purposes. NCA for no allegation to Amusuno, it was the same thing. You can say they have diverted funds to go do unauthorized things. Now it says Adu-Boahen's allegation allegedly transferred $49 million cities, $49 million for a National Signal Bureau, that is the NSB, to private accounts. While the NCA case involved officials misusing funds meant for cybersecurity infrastructure. What's the difference? Why didn't we tell Ghana for say, time and a jelly NCA for, time and a Cheba for, Ekufuado man instructions are all jelly NCA for? No? Why didn't we say those people had sensitive information and that we should not handle them like that? But I didn't MP before making cases say Adu-Boahen or NSB, they handle sensitive information. NSB and NCA are the same thing. They are all under national security. So nobody can make that argument. Anytime we can say, "Sa stupid memo no the Attorney General should just give it a black eye and focus on the allegations against Adu-Boahen." Because even in his memos, he was not able to state or answer the allegations that is leveled or has been leveled against him. He has moved away from the allegations and now he is talking about a memo. This memo is not supposed to be for us. We don't care about Adu-Boahen's memo. We don't care about things he knows. The things he knows that he thinks can make his case better, he should give it to his lawyer. Because these are things that his lawyer needs to bring to court to prove that he is not guilty. So to throw these things out, psychologically, he wants to muddy the system. He wants to distract the system. He does not want the conversation to be about the allegations against him. He wants the conversation to be about his allegation that at the end of the day does not affect the Attorney General's allegations. So these are things we need to get right. Now look at the similarities. These are some of the similarities. Team, stay with me. I have two eyes tonight. Only one eye, sorry. Besides, so the second similarity, a NCA case in 2017, Jelly, under John Mahama, and NSB, and under Adu-Boahen. This is the issue. National security implications. These are the similarities in the cases. Now, the accused in both cases justified their financial transactions as necessary for national security operations. Adu-Boahen's leaked memo claimed that funds were used for intelligence activities, including payments to MPs for passing security laws. Similarly, the NCA case involved contracts for surveillance and equipment. So, why are you saying the NCA case, those people who were handling the same information and also those same people who were, at the end of the day, the surveillance equipment, we were saying were not right the way they purchased and the way they used it. Why are we today saying Adu-Boahen there? He handles sensitive information. So we should not talk about Adu-Boahen. We should allow Adu-Boahen to work because if we don't stop him, he will spill the beans. He can spill the wache. Adu-Boahen can spill the wache. The question is, whatever you use government money to do, were you given the authorization? And who gave you the authorization? Unless it's Kandapa, who gave you the authorization to pay $930,000 and whatever you gave to some people? Unless you tell us who authorized you to do that. Because if somebody authorized you, then we need to bring that person because you are not the boss of the national security. And the budget you are using falls under national security, meaning somebody has to sign for you to use that money to pay whoever you paid. Into this thing you are talking about, you need to give that memo to your Achim police lawyer. Because Atachia knows you are going to jail for over 30 years, he is trying to muddy the system. He is trying to distract the system. You can spill the wache. The beans is not enough. Add the rice to it and spill it. Because until you spill the whole wache, still, Salah will go on. If you want to destroy Salah, spill the wache and make sure the Salah stew too, you have spilled it. Until you spill the wache and the Salah stew, and also the cow meat, until you pour it in the gutter, Salah will still happen. Because Salah first is still at the corner. Now see some of the similarities. Similarities in political connections. Both cases had political undertones. Adu-Boahen's memo suggested that 8.3 million Ghana was spent on an opposition party's election coalition effort, raising concerns about political interference. The NCA case also involves officials with political ties. So how different is the NCA case from this Adu-Boahen case? It's the same. The difference that you are trying to create is that Adu-Boahen is putting memo out. I don't care about memo. I care about the allegations the Attorney General at the end of the day is putting before the court. Have you answered those allegations? And you are not supposed to answer to me. Your lawyer is supposed to guide you to answer those allegations so that you don't go to jail for 25 years. MPP former Jimmy. I'm just a Ghana for you Jimmy such a amount to me. And what they do is they pick and choose where the anchor wants them. So tonight you will see Paul Adamocho, the drug addict. He will stand. This is red meat, but there's nothing in there because they know, say, the followers of the MPP are stupid. They know, so they can't think deep. They know, so they are shallow thinkers. They think we forget easily. So they can make everything new and then present it as if it's fresh meat. These people have no knowledge. I am showing you that Abaya di bo techino, sa ba na yede bebo ba, sa ba Johnson hu yede abane bebo no. NSB nipa we Adu-Boahen, obetuma nene ne ho, obetuma Johnson ho, obetuma afi, abane yede bo techino, sa ba na yede bebo ba, so he can spill the wache. Nobody cares. What I care about is what the Attorney General is going after. The Attorney General is being paid to go after criminals, and the Attorney General is being told to go with the fact. So the fact is what we are looking at, not your memo. Your memo can defend you. I give it to your lawyer to defend you in court. The memo cannot speak for you because they want something like the court of public opinion to prejudge the case before we enter court. It's not going to work. Because when you enter court, it's about the facts and allegations and you being able to answer them. So they just want to couch some public sympathy. They want the public opinion to be in their favor. They want to make it look like Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo did not do anything and his boy. No, we are looking at the facts. The law is the law. Mr. S, Mr. P. Team, thank you very much. My team just brought some new video for me to show you. Mr. Get me the date and the year. Maybe I make sure video be. And then the NPP are telling us to say, NCF one has something different. Now NSB they are sensitive. More bottom. And I'm more bottom. What do you say, Jimmy? We are going to let you understand what governance is. Now, this is the last similarity I want to show you. This is the third similarities. Similarities are the same. Now, legal proceedings and asset freezing. In the NCA case and in this NSB case, what is the similarity here? Let us see the similarities. The law is the law. Now, in both instances, authorities pursued. In both instances, authorities pursued legal action, leading to arrest and asset seizures. In the NCA case, authorities, they pursued legal action, leading to seizures. Oma ya chi omo NCA time na ya jiji omo nyoma ya seize on properties ya jomo passport ya hwehwe woja pade ni nyina koso and the koso a wo se de Adu-Boahen e was sensitive information into yenja kwase ya no mane nante technology a ene ya kirem no ya de mekọ akire ni akofo no kure no ni ya da ba kirem nde. Now when you move forward, this is what it says. Now, in Adu-Boahen's properties, including luxury apartments and vehicles, were frozen by Yoko. Now, while NCA officials face similar scrutiny, it's the same thing. Nothing has changed. The John Mahama administration are not doing anything out of the ordinary. This is something that we have witnessed before. The similarity is the same. So why can somebody tell us, say, Yenja Adu-Boahen because he was handling sensitive information? But those guys who were handling the NCA sensitive information, they were not humans. They were not Ghanaians in Kwasiafo. Now see, public controversy and leaked documents. Do we see some similarities in that? Yes, let's see. It says, confidential memos played a role in both cases. Adu-Boahen's memo from Yoko custody details how funds were allocated for security operations, while the NCA case also had leaked documents revealing financial irregularities. What is the difference here? It's the same. Enti abana jacheba for the boy NCA for no sa abana ne wasi the boy Adu-Boahen. It does not matter the memo. It does not matter the watcher he's spelling. abana ya de ball techino sa abana na rebebo ba. So the argument is now we see Adu-Boahen was not supposed to be treated like that. He held a sensitive position. It's under national security. You are my fault. Adu-Boahen will be treated the same way because those people I do call court and they Kufuado, some way NDC, Mahama appointees, they are Adu-Boahen is not better than them. In fact, those guys are more intelligent than this criminal Adu-Boahen. Now, my mention idea is here in 2020. After your marking Kasongo 99. He spoke on the NCA trial. He spoke and he told us their stand as MPP. This is Afenyo Markin in 2020. Speaking on the NCA trial, Munti Omonomu's MPP for Jimmy. Today, they are making a different argument. This is when NCA trial in 2020. This is what Afenyo Markin said.
More or less mitigate. But
that's William $200,000.
Yes. Yes. And this brings to mind this issue of plea bargain. Whether or not issues like this, if you are willing to get your lawyers to sit with the AG, you could possibly get away with non-custodial sentence. So it is a court, not a political party. I've heard some lawyers making their own commentary about this. I would urge them strongly that any disagreement thereof, they should quickly file the appeal and get the system running.
Okay.
It is the best way to go. Any day. You can make all the arguments. Look at the people who sometimes follow us to court when we have a case. Criminal matters. If they come to court today, they come to court tomorrow. When you are jailed, they won't go to Nsawo Mutu. Your lawyer will not go to Nsawo Mutu. What will be important for you is to look at the law and explore. You don't give up. So, to me, the people out there must not see this as a political issue. The NDC as a party must not, go on that tangent that, because these were appointees in the NDC era, we think this or that. After all, Abu Gapele was a member of parliament, an NDC senior member, but it was in the NDC era that he was tried and eventually jailed. So let us separate politics from crime.
So what they are saying exactly by what you just mentioned is that there's a lot of it happening now, the corruption you are pointing to, which led to this people being put on trial. And they say the real test of your fight against corruption is not prosecuting former appointees, it's prosecuting appointees within your regime.
Okay, so that now takes us again back to politics and speculation. Is it that they have filed a complaint with evidence of corruption or evidence of criminal conduct, and the Special Prosecutor's Office has failed to act on it? You see, Samson, we are on a political turf. I cannot take that away from them. They will continue to say it. We will also continue to say it.
What do you
but at the end of the day, the real test is being able to subject it.
Here, Okotina News File, May 6th, 2020. He was telling Ghanaians, say, as something about our NCA case, it is more of a political we end this before a political issue. And you're political. He said we should separate politics from crime. That na NCA form under John Mahama 2016 power 2017. They were prosecuting them. After the market sat on News File, said no. We should separate politics from crime. Today they are telling us that Adu-Boahen occupied a sensitive position and that this is a witch hunt and that the Attorney General does not know his job. The Attorney General is just attacking the guy. The way they think. The sense of entitlement. The sense of entitlement. Say, nobody should talk about them. But when it is the other side, they have the right, the moral right to speak on it. These are the things I tell you about. These are people you cannot trust as a political party. This same Kasongo 99, aka Afenyo Markin, if you sit him down and ask him about Eddie and about Adu-Boahen Asemna. He's going to tell you, you know something, John Mahama, you know, he wants third term. That is why he's doing this. Wait, Jimmy, because he knows the followers of the party, no, majority of them are ignorant. He knows majority of the people who are following the party, they can't read. Almost go school normal. 80% of MPP people, they don't go to school. They cannot read and write. And it's in there, Omotiwaka say, I NDC aban, I can for an answer for you for Munko school. Majority of Muamudi MPP, Chimunko school. It's a position medawa, Muntu for certification and pribi. Mutiti radio sina motu ayampia. O certificate wing. Yawa santifo me santifo benye juma wa NDC aban mu. Aden ubusomo because of more certification. The regional minister about the demo and positions of Santimemono. It is because they went to school, they have certification to prove that they deserve to work. That is why they are working in this government. Now, unko school, unko tia de unyansa yentam certificate ejumamao kwasiaoya santinintra. Anaoya kanintra. It does not work like that. You need to prove yourself. You need to come with something in your hand. Don't tell me because we are Santini and now you are Fantini and now you are Huneninti or such a more juma. Sa Hunenina ko school na o nimdia obetundi juma. I would prefer that Krobonini to take the position than a Santini and Adrian say on the Osokoton force. You need to educate your people. They need to go to school. They need to have the certification. They need to be competitive. That is the only way. Now MPP nkasa ba power no. Asante for sign your mom juma ye. MPP ba power. Mo party MPP ba power no. Asante for saying and nya dominate ye MPP aban mu. Edi ankwasi akasa no. And it brings me into this issue of entitlement. Of this stupid, vague, baseless argument to say I can for titira Asante for in that position. Where Asantini ko school. Uko school na ko certification bi another be gina ahunani nanim no aka chance also ko school intimo ko prayer also fa odi etum na wuti fie next of king yan fra odi position adentira me Asantini adentira me yokowuni adentira me Fantini enye saa na ye de pre aban adwuma ye de certification ye pre adwuma and it's the majority of you people we are encouraging you some support Mahama's free SHS na mo money ko school na nya ni nyina ne kajetia. And then you know, say, yeah, sometimes you need to learn, you need to have certification, you need to be somebody with something in your hand. You cannot sit there and just say, Mahama buying, I want to phone because I want to phone to school. Siremu phone go school. Krobo phone omo mechanical school. Now unko phone. Unko phone go school. And then I also busa on say, me unko phone omo go school. Yeah, unko school. Now unko school person be ejuma. I didn't have ejuma na ma. O certification way. The NHS work school o sa nimdia betuma say ejuma no. So this is not about tribe. It's about qualification. It's about how depth you are in the position you want to take. Nobody's entitled to position in Ghana. If 90% of in Siremu so my school or certification on you qualified that. Say me, I will support John Mahama to give 99% of the position to Ntafwa. I will give it, I will let him do it. Because they are qualified. So all the say over Tom Force, that's why you are qualified. Na nkanya sama ede obi di so odike ontumi nchiro di kwasi ampanyi sa no etumi begina mo nim ka den say me bete party shoe kura wentuma hwe so shoe business odike jimi wentuma hwe shoe business so odike be so be di president because na adwene ne say me de me gina ha me tompo boantim amanfo dwen sama bobra eni bi na da Kennedy Japan trim san kwasi asem bi na da Kennedy Japan trim inti kwasi bia sori a Kennedy abobra na hwan na sori ye wo no na wadi banchi aba beduru nde ana ori nso no beduru ha obia ko school obia abobra. It is about bring your qualification. Kennedy cannot join two sentences. Ujina ka dem say Kennedy is smart na we bia adwuma onkwa na we bia adwuma wiase adwuma wo bia no wan nya so mfa so enya wo no wabusuafo owo ma bebrebe enya brochira no gogu ye wan na ti Ghana oye adwuma bo Ghana ban kwasi akeka be no. And I don't give any room to anybody. But everybody knows Baumia is a liar. He's a liar. Mentally, he's not stable. You people should come with some arguments. Go to school. Send your girl child to school. Send your boy child to school. Bana maninko school. Messiah, get me the video. Mon from maninko school. No mun suya die. Ashanti regional minister, a doctor. Wako school is suya die. Ena Mahama Shem so we are Santinia was sua de unwoma onkrata ne gikoye adwuma. Enya wo de. Obema mo mana ko school no. Send your girl child to school. Mama fani ko siku. Papa fa wo mani ko school na munja nkwase yie no. Ena wo fa be wuma ma be di ade. Ena omudi nkwase asem ubu ofu. Aden a yenya position. Yes position nchiriye. Position anya nchiriye o. Position yen woman nim ene ye de ma. It is our sense of entitlement no. Next of kin for obi a mewuma munye busia enye japade bia. Munko school. Na mo asom ko premo de. Ene de mewu. Atani ene aduabo. Ai ba me ka kire mo. Ai otumfo se tutu school okọ yentina time akonwa beda ho ne e presa omra fie. Unu adekro. Adekodie ntia otumfo se tutu bedi akonwa ne se sebio nana manese sumina so. Na enyo no nko ananim ade wo nebusua mu. Na enyo nko ananim wo fe no nebusua mu. Ebusuafo tena ase no omo ye permutations absemesi obetime di akonwa yi otumfo osetutu ono so obetime di akonwa yi o. Desi asemesi otumfo osetutu osetutu akọ school pa o. Wakosua broni nyansa ninim die osetutu aye kokudua intebusuafo tena ase no omo we obia because obia ye de hye se we de hye keke na obedi hine dia sanka obia to be di hine obia to be edi asante hine omo tena ase no omo bo nipa ba mienu ana miensa din ana afi omo do omo to dia insanie ni they scaled them. They want to know say omo ofie nyansa omo odien eye tradition nyansa omo custom nyansa and omo sawo de nimdie a omo nya aka nyansa no ho enti otumfo was ahead. With all due respect to omo a yan form no still a little politics winning time, but the reason why here Asantefo are proud of otumfo no say so otumfo je mic na oka brofo wesere a 90% of Asantefo ntia by ye omo de otumfo kono hye suit and say suit bi na bele tuato no an sa suit bi na bele tuato na owo ingresi na oka brofo na Asantefo ni age I no mu refi say otumfo ko school and intende otumfo or ye nyama bi a sebi o si or hini we ne ebie. It is because of the school na or the car nye fie nyansa no ho no o to odi nkwase asem oba nko school wa nko school o pese tam to me ma yen tam position ma na be blow Ghana up o bot down. Take your girl child to school. Take your girl child to school. Mama maninko siku. Messiah, where's the video? We got don't say and Kevin Taylor on bow. Messiah, get me that video. Papa maninko siku. Testa maninko siku. Take your girl child to school. Now, before I leave this matter, into Mekache MPP4, this conversation should end. Adu-Boahen, we need to try him as a criminal. This is not politics. Now, these are the questions you need to be asking Adu-Boahen. Why is he not spending time to have answers to these questions? And Edu Tamaklo, the boss of NPA, actually put these statements out there. And I really think, these are questions what say Adu-Boahen? He needs to concentrate with his lawyer and say, how are we going to give answers? Because the Attorney General, so when your investigations, the factor, he will not pose these questions to you. Inti Edu Tamaklo, thank you very much for putting this out. And Adu-Boahen MPP for Sabuni, this is where your worry should be, not a memo. If you have a memo, keep it in the ass of your lawyer and bring it to court to make your case. But I Kwame Atana on what Banchiasano on the memo no on because the memo at the end of the day, can it exonerate you? That is the question. Now, the simple question, Mr. Adu-Boahen. The simple question for Mr. Adu-Boahen. Edu Tamaklo, MPA boss. Or say, or was some simple questions via Odema Adu-Boahen. Why is Adu-Boahen not having a press conference and releasing a memo on that on these questions? Now, the first question here. Did you move the funds directly into your private company account? This is a question, a simple question. Adu-Boahen, Attorney General, Edu Court, and these are the things we know. Edu Tamaklo Busa will say, these are the things you have to be worried about, not a memo. What is a memo? Can a memo exonerate you? If it can, give it to your lawyer, not me, Eko. Not Yemamen or Tom Banchino. It is your lawyer who is supposed to make something out of your memo. It is not the public sympathy you people are trying to couch. Now, the second question is simple. Was the money public funds? Edu Tamaklo is asking. Adu-Boahen, release a whole memo on this. 1. Did you move the funds directly into your private company account? 2. Was the money public funds? 3. Are you a signatory to this private company's account? 4. Did you authorize the movement of funds to this private company? 5. Were the withdrawals from this private company's accounts? 6. Were these withdrawals contemporaneous with the receipt of the funds from the state agency? 6. Anything else is diversions. For money laundering, the burden is on you to show the source of funds for the acquisition of the houses. The new Anti-Money Laundering Act was passed in 2020. This is what Atachia is supposed to be talking to you about, Adu-Boahen. Oh, yeah, only David Mensa Neda. And look, I am bound once them. Uber spill beans, you best spill watch. These are the questions. So, lawyer didn't answer. Or because Adu-Boahen, forget about memo. Memo, it should be our weapon to use in court. Let us keep this memo and answer these very important questions. Next of came for motivate I say questions. The answer is simple. Mo feel very entitled in the MPP Jane say. Mo MPP the mo bibia yemenka and amanfobi and as see there John Mahama there NDC no Northerners and Voltarians. Hey, go school. Uko school obetia the Corinthia o2472 Oduabroche or Jamaica na yemu nhihye no. Uko school obetia se there the Corinthia de 24 kabrofo no wani age. Adenti 24 kabrofo no wani age. O kabrofo we sere fefe na o de school okoye. O te banchi asete bekwa won ko school wo pe position. Uhinim send your girl child to school. Man time take your girl child to school. Mama maniko siku. Papa Fanny, hey, those times 1999, I said we were holding course on about form. Hey, okay, that is jump on. And say, I know to channel so not about for channel. So, hey, send your girl child to school. Send your girl child to school. Papa Maninko Siku. I channel so never for. I piece at all boom for I'm go school. Who go school benya position. And yes, I would to autumn madros now the position. Dabi into a group pempensobi or say a kind of crutch home. Send your girl child to school, but don't turn out to be like Tokonu. When you go to school, make sure you are legitimate. You do the right thing. Do not turn out to be a Tokonu. Respect who is a Ghanaian and identify a Ghanaian. Do not make it look like in your position or bana or the babe. Don't be a Tokonu. Be a legitimate girl. Go to school, young girls. Asante Fonkwa Amunko school. But don't turn out to be Tokonu. Tokonu is dangerous. Do not take Tokonu. You can take Tokonu once and twice. If you take Tokonu 3 times a day, you will die. Tokonu is a very dangerous pill. Now, John Mahama kasa about 120 days oba office. Nyoma waye. Na time na John Mahama ekasa enrano. Majority of Ghana for Titu PZ for Edu for na omontiasie. If we say na bi mu fili say na ebrofo nko Mijuma dia media manko for dome abosom mo Ghana dome nyankopon dome Yesu Kristo so dome ne say matumi ho ache na midwudwam ama Ghana for enyumbre dia me be say brofo John Mahama kan nyina PZ for by popular request no me bedwudwam ama ye nyina ya te ase de ekọ Ghana ne ikoyie nyoma sisi ne na so na say e benya abrante te se me a benya time a sebio menye kwatiketwa a metuma gina ha adwudwam ma obi ate ne ho ase eni tena metena TV so che se na bia me ma menom ye nananom ye nuanom obi abeti bibia ase sebio mitiri won tutu ye na sebio minko jail because bomfa kwatiketwa be ko jail ende ontumi nda ne so ate why tan beni ajive rough under pressure on so. Now let me show you. Don't be a Tokonu. When you take Tokonu once, it's fine. When you take Tokonu twice, when you take Tokonu 3 times, you might die. Tokonu is harmful. Be warned. Tokonu is dangerous. All right. Now, Mama Yanko tie the John Dramani Mahama aka. Mama Yanko say Tokonu drobia ewo Sweden. Almost a tombi ewo Liechtenstein. Inti meka Tokonu a do not say be a mene Chief Justice Rene Kasa. Saoko it could be to say Liechtenstein as say everyone saying Pakistan. I would for Pakistan. Liechtenstein kind do. Pakistan omo eduro we fe Tokonu said no offer a slow poison a bit we kun na doctor say catch say offer 2 is okay but offer 3 one there obewu enti okwa amachiro go don't take Tokonu thrice it will call Pakistan pharmacy biani achiro go don't take 3 times. Don't take tea. Tea no horobaji say bia stand for tokonu. Into almost tokonu it is a biko. E drobia enwono ya sebio o no man nom ntem it is e dean e beto da. Into yakata don't take tokonu a. Oko Pakistan it is a red. Ai ofa to be bow e ma utwahwe efem. Into don't take tokonu or into brackets don't take red. A very very dangerous pill. Sa na ye no sa Uba Pakistan so obibi your friend don't take J and say Jane and to make say Jane mensa don't take Jane and so make sure we draw no ye and the abortion kwa. Now ma me dwam na Ghana fo nyina ente no kure no. Sa Kevin Taylor ba na blog is didi is your china ko hwe metwitwa peace obo ene do ma ye kakra eh Kevin na busumi de denim say nye yo me kran ke betumi Kevin aba onya botoro bia betua no rent Kevin Taylor ba one day one factory me ana meye one technology one Kevin me ana me mam information bibia ni ho so one bo me din na so one for me caption anto a obi ahwe unya kakra ntua rent enti ade bia me kaze munya botoro mbom pa ya mazazi Momompa ya mazazi na me ena betuma makodu ohia so ahimemu bra mo bre no majority of Europeans omamugu omo ye bloggers nya me na hwe omo because enya me a they will not survive and debia one district one blogger one technology one blogger me a Kevin Taylor yesu internet Jesus na no asechire no de meka na no mbetwa omo twa ene no mdididi ene no mditi omo rent enti wo Kevin Taylor simple san me wiase asase we Yesu Kristo me na me prapra ko ma se onyankopon ba na nkasa ba enti don't underestimate me like that. I've created jobs for the Kufuor and Baumia. I've made sure people their lives they did not live on the streets in Europe, Germany, over UK, over Switzerland, Belgium. Omo nyina go bebre ponche me na me sure mo enti I na me underestimate the impact I have on bloggers. With that boy we dey posting be now posting be so go over post you post I Kofi Abrante you post I all right.